Have you ever wondered how hard you could push a no-life Mighty Doom while still keeping a job and getting good sleep at night? Well, I typed up a 1,000-word analysis on my phone last night in bed, and I want to share this with you. Now, I shouldn't have to say this, but please do not try this. This is bad for your health. Do not do this. If you are currently doing this, please stop. I'm saying this as a dad. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Do not do these things. Anyway, now that my butt is covered, let's get into it. So, this person here, we're going to call him Guy. He is our player. At 8 a.m., he wakes up from his second nap. Wait, what? How do you do that? Well, he is a biphasic sleeper, and this is a way of sleeping that was popular before the 8-hour nights that we have. You do 2 4-hour nights, because this is actually more optimal if you're a Mighty Doom player. I don't recommend I'll explain everything about this here in a minute. It'll all make sense. As soon as he wakes up at 8 a.m., he will do 4 attacks for 20 energy. Each run takes him about 7.5 minutes, or he gets it all done in a half an hour, and he's done by 8:30 to get ready for work. Now, as he's raiding, he's getting ready for work, so he's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or 2 demons with 1 heavy cannon. He buys the $100 15,000 crystal pack now. If he followed my AFK Necrovol guide, he could do that in the shower if he took a shower in the morning. Okay, so 8:30 to 9, he takes the bus to work because 1, it's cheaper and saves money for crystals, and 2, if you're driving a car, you can't be raiding, so he's not going to waste this half an hour on driving, right? Who would do that? So he takes the public transportation bus, which is a whole other thing in itself. Now, 8:30 a.m., he has 2.5 energy left over from that previous hour because you'll get 5 energy per hour. He buys 15 energy for 75 crystals, so he doesn't waste time on the bus, and he plays those 3 rounds on the bus ride. By the time he finishes those 3, the other one's recovered, so he plays it. He's been awake for 1 hour and has done 8 chapter battles. That is more than most people do in 1 day, and he's only been awake for an hour now. Okay, so he gets to work and works a typical 9 to 5, right? So how are you going to get around that? Now, he has around 2.5 energy left, so he can have a little bit of breathing room for the rest of the day, but that's fine. So he tries to be on top of things, though. So you have events. I will explain those later because he maximizes those as well. You can do those in the morning or the night. He does them at the night. Doesn't really matter. It's smart, though. So he works from 9 to 10 and plays 1 raid on a quick bathroom break. So he's done 9 today. So from 10 to 12, he lets 2 battles worth of energy charge as he goes to work. And now lunchtime is here and he has a 30-minute lunch. So how can he use that to his advantage? So he plays those 2 rounds while he eats lunch and he buys 3 more with 15 energy and 75 crystals. He has now spent 150 crystals total for the day. He does those 2 more rounds, wrapping up his 30-minute lunch. So he is now with 13 rounds and 1 to spare left over that he did not get to play at lunch because he had to go back to work. So from 12 to 1, he goes to the restroom and plays those 2 rounds, the one from lunch and the one he just generated. Takes a bathroom break, 15 minutes, whatever. Now that's 15 total rounds played for the day. I have done around 15 to 17 in a day. It takes all freaking day and you have to be awake the whole entire day. Don't recommend doing that all the time. So now he's going into the later afternoon with no energy left. So what's our guy gonna do? 1 to 2, he works like normal. That's fine. 2 to 3, same. He takes his afternoon break and knocks out 2 rounds for a total of 17 rounds completed. We're going to calculate his loot at the end also. 3 to 4, he goes back to work. 4 to 5, finishes the day. All right, now this is where things get a little nutty, okay, when we're trying to really optimize how to know like this. So he finishes his work day like normal. He comes home. Normally you'd hang out with your family, but what if Mighty Doom is your family? Let's take a look at that. 5 to 5:30, he rides the bus home. He does the 2 rounds, total of 19. He buys 3 more. Does 2 more to finish the bus ride, total of 21, so it looks like he's got an extra one in the bag. 5:30 to 6, he eats dinner and finishes that 1 round. At 6 o'clock in the evening, after waking up at 8, he has 22 chapters played. Holy crap. But it gets even crazier because we're really doing this in the name of optimization and efficiency, aren't we? All right, so from 6 to 10, he sleeps the first sleep. This is what I told you about earlier, remember? So our player has adopted biphasic sleeping to optimize his play. This is a real sleeping pattern in which somebody divides their sleep into 2 4-hour periods instead of 1 8-hour and was popular before the traditional 8-hour sleep. Why would you do this to yourself? Some people like it. They're refreshed by it. So he wakes up at 10 to 10:30. Wakes up at 10. The 4-hour sleep is enough to fully recharge the energy and save him crystals. He is able to save money, get the rest his body needs, and be efficient because if he slept a full 8-hour night, that's 4 hours of regeneration he's not going to get to use. So he splits his sleep schedule up and does it this way. Okay, so he needs to sleep anyway, and he does the 4 battles, 26 of them done by 10:30. Like, this is getting to be bananas. How much money is he going to spend by the end of this? He's also buying crates along the way anytime that he has a moment to breathe. Now, 10:30 to 11, by this time, half a battle is charged, so he buys 3 more for 75 crystals. Guy is up to 225 crystals spent 2 days so far. He does those 3. By the time they finish, he does the 4th. Just like in the morning, same plan mirrored in the evening, total of 30. He is now awake at 11 p.m. And what's he do next with the rest of his night? How can you optimize all of this without going complete crazy? He's holding 2.5 energy as we go to 11 to 11:30 hour, still grinding away. Go, Guy. Don't go, Guy. Don't do this. Please don't do this at home. He buys 3 battles, 300 crystals spent. He does them. The 4th regenerates, and he does it too. Total of 34. I just want to remind you, I typed this up in my bed on my iPhone with my 2 thumbs at about midnight or something last night. I don't know. All right, so he has a part-time job overnights to help pay for all the crates that he buys. You don't have to include this part, but we're going to the extreme as he eats, breathes, and sleeps Mighty Doom. He dreams about it. Have you ever dreamed about Mighty Doom? I have had Doom dreams. Otherwise, you could spend family time in the day, though most people would be asleep at this time. So from 11:30 to 12, Guy does the same thing. He buys 3 and does his 4th. His total spend of the day so far is 375 crystals, total battles 30 and he is not even close to done yet. So he works from 12 to 2, right? Because he has to have a part-time job. He takes the bus, goes to all that, whatever. So that's from 11 to 11:30. He takes the bus to his second job overnights working to pay for the crystals. So 12 to 2, he takes a break, does the 2 battles, he's up to 40. So from 2 to 3, he's doing a number 1 battle while he takes number 2. It's a bathroom break for 41 at 3 in the morning. So from 3 to 4, he charges 1 up and finishes the work day. Ideally, he would not work. He would just do all of the battles throughout the day. I've calculated that as well at the end, so we'll get all this together now. So he finishes up the workday. From 4 to 4:30, rides the bus home, get 3 more battles purchased, total 450 crystals for the day. So he does 4 on the ride home, the 1 that he had before and the 3 that he just purchased for the 20 energy. 45 battles. However, here it is. He did 3 events here, 4 if it's the weekend, because we seem to get an extra event on the weekend, which takes half of the time, 3.5 minutes instead of 7. So he buys another 3 battles for 75 energy and does them. 525 crystals total spent. 48 battles done by 4:30 in the morning. So 4:30 to 5, quick shower and eat. He buys 3 more battles before bed. He does those real fast. His total spend is 600 crystals for the day and 51 battles, and he goes to bed. So from 5 to 8, he sleeps for 3 hours to recover 15 energy and complete his biphasic cycle to wake up, buy another battle for 15 energy, spending 615 total, and he does it all over again. How much loot did Guy get? Okay, let's take a look. He does Ho2, Hell on Earth 2. He does 51 battles, so that's 48 Ho2s. He did 48 Hos and 3 to 4 events, basically is what I'm trying to say. 615 crystals spent. It's just over $4 if he buys that biggest bundle. It's $120 a month if he keeps buying that $100 pack. That is your best crystal for gem ratio, crystal for money, whatever. It's even better if you can buy a bundle in the actual special offers, but you don't always have those. 9,700 coins on average from Ho2. That gives him about 500k a day. That is 15 million coins a month, enough to max an epic 1 to 80 a day and have some left over. He can take an epic item, farm it from 1 to 80 in a single day, so in 1 week, he will almost have a full set of max epic 80s. Oh my goodness. 50 battle pass tokens times 48 or 49 plus 100, it's about 2650 battle pass tokens. It varies a little bit. Sometimes you get 48, whatever. 2 Hellfire, which is about 96 total on average, about 12 Zombie on average as well, which in just 1 day, which he has 120 Argent plus the events, close to 6,000 Argent in a day. And you need 16.9 to max the Slayer, more coins and all that. If you already own Hellfire or Zombie, you get those tokens turn into Argent. So he goes from 120 to 140 to 60 per day. So, close to another couple thousand Argent or so. It's literally insane. 80 and 120 tokens each, sometimes 40. He's probably getting a couple thousand tokens, few thousand, 5,000. It's hard to tell. Those are really variable. But 6,380 to max 1 thing. Wow, okay, so this is with managing sleep and 2 jobs. The true maximum is closer to 192 runs a day if you do it around the clock and never sleep, which will cost you about 150 crystals per hour because you're constantly buying, doing 30 minutes for each 4 runs. You do 8 runs per hour. 8 times 24 is 192. 150 crystals per hour because 75 times 2, 150. 3,600 crystals per day. This is costing our gentleman like 30 or 40 bucks a day if you're doing 192 runs, which I'm going to look at how many that would be. So if you did 192 runs, how many coins would you get per day? If you did this, you get around 1.8 million coins. And if you did this for the month, you get about 55.8 million coins. Here are 13 more mistakes you should not make when you're playing Mighty Doom. This one's not on the list, but check that one out. Come in the Discord, chat with us, get some free tips. I'm Austin. Thank you for watching.